Hey everyone, it's Michael V. Moore, aka MicVinny, here to talk to you a little bit about, well, I'll be honest, I don't know what I'm going to talk about because I had a perfect little plan of what I was going to talk about on this particular post. So if we rewind in time a little bit, for the past week, I was actually on vacation. I took my very first trip. My wife and I took pretty much, I guess you can say, a pre-wedding slash pre-birthday trip out to Hawaii for a 1 week vacation. It was both of ours, both me and my wife, excuse me, first trip to Hawaii ever, and it was pretty exciting, pretty fun. And my plan when I was out there, I was gonna publish some videos as well as show you how to eat at a all-you-can-eat type buffet and just how to survive a vacation. And over time, the vacation kind of just kicked in. So once that transpired, I was pretty much going to do like a 24-hour type of posting where on my Instagram account I kind of post every leg of the trip. So anyone that follows me on Instagram saw that on my way to Hawaii, I was kind of posting every layover and every trip. So on the way back, I was thinking about doing the same thing, but due to it being a night flight, I knew I couldn't, take pictures outside, but I was going to maybe like video document the entire trip. Well, it sounded like a great plan until what actually happened. So, for those who have never flown to Hawaii, it's just a 6 hour flight from, let's say, I was on the Big Island. So, I left from Kona International Airport, and my first leg was to LAX. And if anyone was actually paying attention to the news around the last week of August, you would have saw that something happened at LAX. And as a matter of fact, it happened an hour prior to my flight landing in LAX. And what transpired was basically chaos for me and my entire trip. So apparently there was a fake shooting at the LAX airport. I still don't know the full story, but it sounds like someone got through the gates and there was miscommunication where people thought the person actually fired gunshots. And so all the alarms went off and people had to be evacuated. And any flight, such as myself, all the flights coming into the airport were either rerouted or some that landed. Like in my flight's case, we actually were allowed to land on the ground, but we were not allowed to go to the gate. So imagine you're on a 6 hour flight, you're all tired and whatever, and you know that as soon as you land, you got less than an hour to catch your next flight. The pilot gets on and says, "Hey everyone, I'm sure everyone knows what's going on at LAX right now, so we're just gonna sit right out here and wait until we're giving a gate." And instantly, everyone is talking about what the heck is going on here? What he means, what's going on. So everyone turns on their phone, and immediately when you turn on your phone, nowadays, whenever there's an emergency situation, especially like a flood warning, a tornado, or a hurricane, you get some type of SOS warning on your phones nowadays. And instantly, every single person's phone, when we got landed and we turned it off airplane mode, you just heard that, and it was an unseen type of situation. I wish I could have like recorded that situation. That would have probably been a better post than this. And yeah, it was just chaos, and it caused flights to be delayed, people to miss their flights. Luckily for me and my wife, when we landed, our actual next gate was right next door to the gate. So we landed, let's say, at gate 46, and our next gate was 47. But what started happening is all these prearranged gate flights, the actual airplanes themselves started being switched around. And the flight we were going to go on, they switched the gates again, which just happened to be, let's say it was 47, let's say it was 46 now again. So it was all like within 3 gates of each other, but they kept switching the gates around. So we get on our next gate, and it turns out that flight was originally for Orlando, and our flight was to Dallas. Um, by having a flight to Orlando, it had extra fuel in it. So once we boarded our plane, first off, there was a 4 hour delay to get on our plane. So we were already tired. And then we get on our flight. And as we take off, or not even take off, as we leave the gate, Not even leave the gate. That's how messed up it was. We all load on the plane, and then we get told that they have to defuel the plane to make up for the weight difference. They have too much fuel, and that turns into an hour and a half type delay. So it was just crazy delay, delay, delay. And by the time I actually got to where I'm from, I live in Northern Virginia. I actually had to fly into Baltimore, or BWI Airport, which is a good 2 hours if there was no traffic away from my house. It was just a chaotic day. And so I had this great plan of how I was going to document a trip, but I was so exhausted, and I really stopped caring at one point. And on top of that, you can't hear it as well as you could have heard it probably the last couple of days. I'm actually pretty sick right now. When I was out there in Hawaii, beautiful, beautiful scenery, but the hotel we were at had a lot of different type of flower. They have flower gardens, and it was all these different type of plants, trees, flower arrangements, all this stuff. And I believe it caused some type of allergic reaction in me. I'm not a big person that has like a lot of allergies or a lot of sicknesses, but the fact that I'm snoring right now when I go to bed lets me know that I'm pretty sick. And as the days went on there, once we got towards the end of the trip, I noticed like my nose was completely blocked up, and I had sore throat, scratchy throat throughout the nights. But once I got moving around and was at the beach, I felt perfectly fine. But definitely, I picked up something there. So as I was on this flight, these delays and the situation just was not helping me. And I even was planning on, being Mr. Super Healthy while on the flight back, because on the flight there, I actually ate at restaurants, and I was paying attention to the different types of restaurants, because I know ever since I've put out McVinny and been thinking about travel fitness, I don't necessarily travel as much as I used to, because before McVinny, I was a travel international business developer, so I used to travel all the time. So I was using this trip to basically get myself back in touch and trying to get my perspective in the manner of everyone out there who travels who needs my help, and just making sure that all the restaurants that I knew that were out there, just making sure that they were still out there, and seeing hey, if I chose not to go the healthy route, what route would I take? And so in the future, I want to create some blog posts all about that. So I was doing my research on the way there. I purposely did not try and eat super healthy. Even while on vacation, I did not eat super healthy. I was on vacation, so what can I say? As a matter of fact, for those who wonder about me, I easily gain weight. So I kid you not, I gained 16 pounds in less than a week, and it's just what the scale says. And my waist measurement, I know I put 2 inches on my waist, and that's just my body type. I can gain weight easily. A lot of people don't believe me, but it's the truth. Even as I look at this video, I see my reflection a little bit. I can see my face is a little fatter than it was before the trip, because before the trip I was close to like 195 ish, 190, 195 range, which is very low for me. It was my goal to have that type of body before I go to a beach for the summer, and I had that body. And then obviously I let myself go on this vacation, which I'm perfectly okay with, because I know I can get the body again, and it's not that hard for me. All I gotta do is avoid certain foods. Everyone out there, if you avoid certain foods, you'll pretty much lose the weight as well. So obviously, I ate the foods that make me gain weight, point blank. I'm not no hiding, no denying that. And so on my way back, I was gonna eat a more healthier, normal type of diet. And being sick, it kind of, made me maybe not want to, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna stick it out. So I even created like healthy bags of snacks. So a great example is this right here. Is I had a bag of protein bars. Normally I don't eat protein bars, but on a trip like that, that's a good idea to have protein bars if you're being healthy. So I had a good three protein bars while actually physically on the flights from Hawaii to LAX and LAX to Dallas. But because of the delays and the fact that I was feeling so sick, by the time we actually arrived in Dallas, I was like, you know what, screw it. My wife wanted breakfast, I wanted breakfast, and I settled for something I normally wouldn't even eat, which was like Wendy's had a breakfast. And it wasn't even a good Wendy's breakfast that they had back in like 2008, 2010 time frame. I remember living in Charlotte, and they had breakfast for the first time, and they had a pretty good breakfast. Well, anyways, this was just an airport trying to have a breakfast option, and I ended up with like a fried chicken biscuit honey sandwich. Sounds disgusting when I say it out loud, but I ate it, and I had instant buyer's remorse as soon as I put it in my mouth. I was like, paid $5 for it. I'm tired. I'm sick. I need to get something in my body so I can take some medicine besides protein bars. And as I'm eating this, I look up, and right in front of me is like a smoothie king, So I could have had my smoothie type option. So I'll be sure to write about that in the future. About maybe actually doing what you should do. But it is what it is, and so as I said, I was hoping to have like this perfect post and teach you, yeah, this is what the expert does. But I kind of want to just show you that I'm human too. We're all human. Sometimes you get sick. Things doesn't always go as planned. I did not expect, having my flight delayed like that. I did not expect someone causing a panic at LAX. And the moment you arrive at LAX, just chaos everywhere. I had no idea that was going to happen. As a matter of fact, when I land in BWI, which is on the complete opposite coast from BWI is outside Baltimore. You got two airports on the complete opposite ends of the United States. Yet by the time you get to BWI, they had security on high alert, and people were actually outside with assault rifles. And I say this before, I don't like to get political on my MicVinny Fitness website because I'm a friend for everyone. But it's just something about being a black male and seeing someone with an assault rifle walking around that makes me nervous. I'm sorry, cop or not. I don't like when people have guns out in public and display them. That just does not make me feel comfortable because any little thing I do, I worry. So we got to BWI Airport, and the police there were on high alert. So they're just walking around with assault rifles, just patrolling places. It was very bizarre, very unreal. I didn't even want to take a video of it because, like I said, I'm a black male. That's a cop with a gun. Some people don't believe that stuff happens, but I've lived on this planet enough where I know what happens with me around certain cops. So, not saying all cops are bad. We're gonna stop it right there. Um, so that's kind of what happened to me and my wife on this trip. And so I'm horrible. I purposely am filming this right now because I haven't even took my shower yet for today. So I'm recording this like in the afternoon, and I'm completely filthy. I've been going to bed late. I've been sick. I haven't shaved yet. My skin is peeling. You probably can't see on this video as well. But yeah, I'm just a mess right now. I've been wearing the same shirt for 2.5 days. Um, like I said, I need a shower right now. But this is the reality of what happens. And so I'm back at home. I'm still sick, but I realized that, okay, we gotta cook again. So my wife and I kind of went the fast food route the day we got back. We decided to do 2 fast food days in a row because we just jet lag and just tired. And so today is like a half day where I'm going to eat the last of my little pizza, and then I'm starting to get back to eating, meat and vegetables. And I know that once I get that taste in my mouth, that's what kind of slaps me back in shape. So I have not went to the gym. When I was actually on a trip, I actually worked out almost every day when I was out there. So for me, actually working out at a gym is no problem. It doesn't matter. That part doesn't matter. It's more or less the eating aspect of it. And that's what a lot of people don't realize is 85% of your fat loss plan, muscle loss plan, whatever, it just revolves around what you eat. So if I can gain, my 15, 16 pounds, whatever, in less than 1 week, it all has to do with what I eat, not with exercising. And you can never outtrain a poor diet. So that's the take home lesson is no matter what, you can't outtrain a poor diet. And I know that. And I'm sick. I feel horrible. But I realized that, okay, I guess slap myself out of this, snap myself out, start eating right away rather than delaying this. And so I had a pity party for myself. My pity party is about to be over. As a matter of fact, the oven is on downstairs, and I need to put my 2 slices of pizza in it. And I feel guilty even saying that I'm about to eat 2 slices of pizza because I'm Mr. Fitness guy. And so this is me putting this out in the world for myself, as well as for you, just to get a reality check. So yes, even I have my issues. Hopefully by next time you see me post a YouTube post or whatever, I'll be back to my old self and eating right, and hopefully not sick. Cause I just feel feel horrible. So that's it. That's it. Not perfect post, but this is real. This is the reality right here, folks. See you next time. MicVinny out.